Part 6. Seawater hangs suspended in the sky. Seawater hangs suspended in the sky. April 1st, April Fool's Day. Fate decided to crack a cool joke, depriving the hero of all light. Oh gosh, not this one. Ugh. Who am I? In a chaotic mind, only the roar of a crash landing transport remains. The strange smell of leaking machine oil fills human nostrils. Who am I? Pitch black void echoes like a reverberating wall, with the human voice resonating unchanged through the emptiness. Where are we? In memory, the transport was tacked and crashed. But this place, where is this? Where am I? Your own voice sounds as if it's coming from beneath water, muffled and hopeless. As the voice crests through this dark void, ripples dance across the water's surface, and strange visions begin to emerge before you. Then, let it be here. The pink-haired merciful one guides Grey Raven's gaze, settling upon the sea. Wake up when it's time to wake up. Sleep when it's time to sleep. Of course, I'll make sure you're born safely. This shouldn't be crossing the line. Oh, okay. Accompanied by a mournful, lingering cry like a whale song, everything before your eyes gradually comes into focus. The bottom of the sea. This is the bottom of the sea. I am Great Raven Commandant. I am the Great Raven Commandant. Your gaze moves from top to bottom, staring from a higher front this enormous well-shaped coffin and the light struggling with its embrace. I must get them out of here. Impossible. Echoes from a distant future reverberate through your mind. The predetermined end can't be changed. Yet some requests may be still redeemed. Only this way can the loop be closed. Oh my goodness, this is why I hate time loops. Oh my goodness. Loop. The haunted calls in unity to the deep sea continuously echo through this space. Some are here awaken on the other shore, will ultimately return to the sea bed, and ultimately, the whispered murmurs fade with the ocean waves, vanishing from the space. What? Your consciousness slowly sinks into the profound dreamscape. Crimson soils envelops the roots of the tree of life, while red tide projections wail and laugh, acting out their ordinary, yet sorrowful lives. The agent of darkness gazes coldly at the screen, examining the objects hanging from the treetops behind it, absorbing the red tide like blood bags. As the red tide disperses, the woman who has merged with the colossal tree remains still and silent here. Oh, that's interesting that we've already doing recap of Lamia's story, because I'm pretty sure Echo was first and then we go to Lamia, but okay. Wow. He applies all the results from hatching Chico to this place. I don't even know how you say it. Siltola gradually absorbs nutrients from the red tide, and she's growing. Plop. Having absorbed enough nutrients from the red tide, the bloated blood sacs fall from the treetops, with grotesque limbs struggling free from before the crimson fluid within. Mom, ugh. That's nothing. That one is not quite. It's kind of a pain in the ass to fight. The humanoid inner creature with an odd appearance stretches its tentacles, gazing at this world in confusion. Another defect. He frowns, slightly dissatisfied with this result. These sea fires are all samples copied from Lito's deceased consciousness. He tells Litos their goal is to make hetero creatures more human-like in order to advance the evolution of the red tide. But only the agent himself knows that his purpose extends far beyond that. After confirming once more that the sea fairy is still nothing but a pure replica, Monica irritably flicks his hand away. The door at the end of the corridor emits a soft creaking sound. Mister, The purple-haired descendant on the other end of the communication seems to notice the agent's poor mood and hesitates momentarily. Speak. I'm getting word that Kugawa Kurono's dead, taken out by his adopted daughter, the girl known as Lisa. I don't really feel bad, with, Echo taking it now. Bonica's eyes narrow as the name clicks. So, what's the deal with Utopia? Utopia's mind fusion experiment is a bust, and that's old news. About 10 days old now. Babylonia is hunting down Utopia's last ships everywhere. They're probably seizing all the data and info as we speak. It's okay. Utopia was just a fallback anyway. What about armor? Utopia's only successful test subject? Also snagged by Ilcia. Okay, he's keen on the armor, but this girl, Lisa, has already grabbed Babylonia's attention. Trying to get it back now would just stir up a hornet's nest. He can't stand a fuss. Alright then, sir. I'm out of here. Is the Great Raven Commandant settled in? That one? Dumped in that facility with the renegade contracts and red-type fanatics. Commandant still hasn't come to. Probably from a head injury in the transport crash. Yes, keep a tight leash on Commandant. Fill me in on immediately on anything that happens. I'll let them know, sir. We just waits a beat, and then after making sure Bonica has nothing else, quietly cuts the connection. Siswa. The dark agent lets out a soft sigh. He can't care less about anything else now. Not Utopia. Not the way Kugawa Kurono. Not even a mind fusion project that went belly up. All he cares about is what's right in front of him. Siswa. About to hatch his egg. And a mysterious tower that still hasn't shown up. That tower. Where'd it go? Haven't you gotten any other information? Another consciousness inside the ancient's mind quietly answers. No. I can't predict anything anymore. Not what's going to happen or when. Too many things I've never seen before have popped up. I haven't even run into the Babylonia Central Purification Filter Core upgrade. The tech for the Babylonia Central Purification Filter Core upgrade. Part of it feels familiar, but I can't say for sure if it really comes from the future where I existed. Sorry, I've never been very good at this. Nemo's tone is gentle. I thought along these lines before too. The tall man mumbles to himself like a child, and with a strange sense of humor. I once wondered if someone in the future did something to cause all these changes. But the tower never got close, so I couldn't prove that theory. And besides, who else could pull all this off? Could it be Dominic from the fog? It's not out of the question, but as you said, everything hinges on the tower. I checked, and the risk in the bridge has sealed up. As long as the tower stops growing, we have no way to verify any of this. I don't remember what the bridge is. Let me see. Bridge across the streams, a secret tunnel extending from the head of oh. Ugh. Maybe it's for the best. The young man lets out a weary sigh. But the punching virus still exists. As long as the punching virus is around, everything will keep happening in cycles. This ain't no problems. This ain't no destruction. The agent will fall silent for a moment, mulling over a solution. Ever since he noticed the tower stopped growing, he has lost his way sending messages through the Hetero tower. Because the Hetero never came closer as promised, he missed out on too much information, with only his nose in the terminal countless dashes through time. His understanding of the future stretches no further than the present moment. Vonnegut's cheat code expired, and his prophetic foresight ends right now. The agent shows a rare moment of hesitation, but quickly squashes it. In its place comes a more determined gaze and an even more focused analysis. The cradle of deep blue is steadily breathing the key. If the tower's gone, how can the key even be used? Dominic got this world vanished at reactor number 21 after a 0-point energy bust? Wait, is it bust or burst? What I want to see. Oh, sorry, burst, sorry. He mutters without thinking. Professor Trout? I remember you saying that Dominic disappeared while seizing the tower's core. In this world's Dominic also went missing after the 0-point energy burst. But wasn't this world's Dominic supposed to be dead? No, not necessarily. If he died from the punishing virus, then 0-point reactor number 1 couldn't have been sealed, since the 0-point reactor number 1 was successfully shut down. There might be more clues at that location. Oh my god. This is just a hunch, Professor Trout. But it might also lead them down a new path. You can't let the tower fall into just anyone's hands. Even if we don't find any clues, maybe we could try to restart the 0-point reactor. Since the punishing virus showed up because of 0.8 energy, maybe when we reactivate the 0-point reactor, the tower will also respond. The young man, hidden deep within his consciousness, just thinks silently for a long time. Perhaps you're right. He goes quiet, not saying another word. Ugh. He's doing this again. I don't like this tower. I don't like it. Like, it's just too much with time. This is why I hate time travel, and I'm starting to hate. I used to love time travel, and then I didn't really care about time loops, but now I don't really like it. It's too painful. Like, a lot of complex when it comes to mutant time. The agent stares blankly at the old-style terminal screen in front of him. Even though his mind still has a lot of static, he's clear-headed enough now. The red tide, punishing virus, chaos, contamination, the fog, the tower. None of this is over yet. He always finishes what he starts. Boom! A loud crash explodes from the screen. Lead us. His voice isn't neither loud nor soft, but the purple-haired student still isn't responding to the communication, even after all this time. After flipping through several screens, he pulls out surveillance footage at the cradle of Deep Blue. The whale-shaped coffin is crumbling and collapsing as it struggles upward, guided by merfolk fighting to break free from the sea's grips. Xolitos failed after all. The agent's tone stays calm as he turns to check another surveillance screen. At the bottom of the cradle, in a hidden room, the egg holding on the consciousness of the commandant who perished in the deep sea rests quietly in the red tide. Lilith? Mr. Vonnegut, I'm already in position, just as you instructed. Yes, bring him back. Of course, as you command. Before Lilith can say anything more, Vonnegut cuts off the communication. This key, this time, could it be the perfect one? He stares at the unhatched egg at the bottom of the cradle, muttering to himself. A vague, unceasing noise fills the dark space. The lost hero, the human, Callie the Great Raven Commandant, is reliving everything that happened in the deep sea within this narrow greenscape. How many times have these events been relived? The deep sea's dim light, the suffocating wails, the parting last words. It's like a lone traveler who knows an abyss lies ahead but stubbornly presses forward, never looking back, charging resolutely toward the next death. The loop. Yep, I'm tight. This is why I hate time loops. The reluctant reversing gears, like the most precise instrument, seal the final fissure. Wait, hold on. They're determined and can't be changed. Yet some regrets may still be retained, right? All I need is a little more time. Dreamscape suddenly solidifies at a certain point. A dull pain slowly wheeling through the brain. The people in prison at the bottom of the cauldron pry open all the shells, storing copy consciousness. If I can't make it back, bring a message to Valeria for me. Tell her to delete all my embarrassing videos. No, actually, just say hello to her and washi for me. Deleting embarrassing videos, I would delete them too, to be honest. But oh my god, I really wish she would more, throughout the story, but too bad, because Kira likes to put so much inks in, killing. Ugh. I've seen enough of your face. Don't bother looking for me. That's what I'll say. You can tell that yourself. Wait. The brain turns like mud. The tongue freezes, and sorrow burns a path down the throat as it slowly lets slip an unshakable hint. Or maybe we should leave something behind? Something like a keepsake. Something we could look back on together when we have some downtime after we're out of here. That might be nice. Of course. The crew doesn't bat an eye before making their call. The gears slammed shut with a thunderous finality. Drifting in a dreamscape drenched in tears and sorrow, time spins through countless cycles of reincarnation. April 16. It's been 16 days since you vanished. The human wakes up naked in an old, filthy underground lab. Ew. Filthy. After writing out another crisis involving the Forsaken, Grey Raven finally gets their commandant back, memory and personality all there. Aside from a few minor scraps here and there, and a gap in memory from April 1st to April 16, the command seems perfectly normal. The fact that we were gone for 16 days, oh thank goodness, because the other times I've seen there's different timelines, and then we were gone for longer than that, but oh my god. But after a thorough examination, when the small package Romeo hands over finally reaches human hands, those blank memories take on a new meaning. Sherlock's name tag is white wrapped in a rough strip of fabric that, judging by the material, most likely came from the Grey Raven's commandant's missing coat. The crowd gathers around the fabric strip, with the Grey Raven commandant and Valeria among them, all gazing intently. It's almost as Shortly himself never knew how many lives his useful thoughtfulness touched. Valeria, Yara, Shiva, Cyan, Washi, the list goes on. Turns out, he's been handing out candies to so many people, their paths crossing long before they ever realized. The fabric strip itself has several lines of text, a bit blurry from being soaked in seawater. The first few lines are short and sweet, not like a last will and testament, but more like a quick note left on the dining table before heading out. Medic bot maintenance is done next week. Don't forget to pick up. Damn, next week is probably ancient history by now. I almost forgot. That video of me drunkenly hugging the medic bot is probably viral, isn't it? Well, that being the case, there's not much else to say. The scares are a pain in the neck, but working with a hot-headed lunatic somehow makes sense. Two wrongs make a right, eh? Keep up with your frame maintenance. Don't suck on mission reports. Before missions, try to keep Shiva from running her mouth. Remember to pick a new captain. These, what's for breakfast style, reminders quickly trail off. Perhaps as the writer's feelings get more complicated, the tone subtly shifts in what comes next. My limbs are gone. I'm not sure if they're using them as bait, but don't fall for any traps. Speaking of which, my body has been copied so many times. Even though the one calling the shots right now is truly me, I can't shake the feeling that somewhere far off, another me is still on this difficult journey, making their own choices. If you ever run into another me, it got my blessing to call the shots on whether they stay or go, live or die. If I messed up, or done something out of line, don't even think twice. Putting a bullet in me is the best way to handle it. Oh my god, I hate it. Valeria, I'm sick of the sight of you. Don't be in a hurry to track me down. Valeria doesn't say a word. She tosses the cloth strip onto the table and walks away. Washi picks up the cloth strip and keeps reading. Washi, you and Pello knocked it out of the park. You didn't make a single mistake. I just hope we run out of the mill adults haven't let you down too badly. My bad. There's something off with your mother's records, and Pello's death also seems pretty fishy. If you want to go digging for answers, then go right ahead. Cian's mind disruption still hasn't healed. He's got some emotional baggage. If you hear about any new treatments, I hope you'll try them on him whenever you can. It'd be great if you could keep an eye on Thompson's son. After Thompson passed, I'll look into it. His son seemed to already join the engineering force. I'm pretty fond of your strike team. At least the captain seems like a good egg. And the dark, quiet one is pretty cool too. Stick with Camlian to make the most of your time with Triclock. The Grey Raven commandant is also top-notch. This one is right here beside me now, even dishing out tips on my writing style from time to time. If you get the chance down the road, they're definitely worth getting to know better. There are just too many old friends worth saying goodbye to, and I can't get to each one individually, so I only brought out the few who really need the most looking after. Finally, also, a bunch of lines are just haphazardly scribbled out with missing black marks. I'll stop there so I don't ramble on like an old mother hen, and who knows, maybe the Grey Raven's commandant's right, and we'll actually make it out of here. In that case, I'm definitely not letting you see this message. Sure halt. Oh my god, it hurts.